What if I told you that after defeating Nazi Germany, the United States secretly recruited Nazi scientists? Not one, not 10, but more than 1,600. Men who had helped build some of the most advanced weapons in the world that had ever been seen. Men who would later help America win the Cold War and even help put a man on the moon. It sounds unbelievable, but it happened. This is the story of Operation Paperclip. I'm Lisa, and this is Say It Anyway. May 1945. The war is over, Berlin has fallen, Hitler is dead, and across Europe people flood the streets in celebration. After 6 years of destruction, the nightmare is finally ending, or so they think. Because while the world is celebrating peace, American intelligence officers are already worrying about the future. Not about Germany, but about the Soviet Union, the next enemy. And hidden amongst the ruins of Germany is something both sides desperately want: knowledge. Scientists, engineers, rocket experts, men who build machines so advanced they seem to belong to the future. One weapon in particular captures everybody's attention: the V-2 rocket, the world's first long-range guided ballistic missile, a weapon capable of travelling hundreds of miles before striking its target. Nothing like this had ever existed before. To military planners, it was terrifying. To the intelligence agencies, it was priceless, and suddenly another race began. Not for territory, not for money, but for people. American teams began searching Germany, laboratories, research centres, military facilities, anywhere these scientists may be found, because every day that passes is another day the Soviets might find them first. And that simply cannot happen. So a secret decision is made. Instead of treating those men as enemies, America will recruit them, bring them to the United States and put them to work. The operation is given the name Operation Paperclip. Over the following years, more than 1,600 German scientists, engineers and technicians are quietly relocated to America. Many began working on military projects, others moved into aviation and aerospace research, and some will help shape the future of American technology. Officially, the program is about national security. Unofficially, it's about winning the next war before it even began. And this is where the story becomes uncomfortable, because those aren't ordinary scientists. Many worked directly with Nazi Germany. Some were members of the Nazi Party. Others are connected to projects that used forced labour. Yet despite this, Americans officials believe their knowledge is simply too valuable to lose. The Cold War is coming, and the knowledge might be the difference between victory and defeat. One man quickly became the face of the entire operation: Werner von Braun. During the war, he helped develop Germany's V-2 rocket program, a weapon fired across Europe. After the war, he arrived in America, and his future takes an extraordinary turn. Years later, von Braun became one of the leading figures in the American space program, helping to develop the Saturn V rocket, the rocket that would carry astronauts to the moon. Think about that for a moment. A man who once built weapons during World War II would later help humanity reach another world. It's one of the strangest twists in modern history. But for years, almost nobody knew any of this. The program remained hidden. The details remained classified, and the public sees rockets launching, new technology emerging, and America racing towards space. What they didn't see is the secret story happening behind the scenes. A story buried beneath official reports and government files. As the 1950s became the 1960s, the Cold War intensified. The Soviet Union launched Sputnik. America responded. The space race had begun. And many of the scientists brought to America through Operation Paperclip now found themselves at the centre of one of humanity's greatest achievements. The same expertise once developed during war is now helping build rockets capable of leaving the Earth itself. The irony is impossible to ignore. Even today, Operation Paperclip remains controversial. Some argue it was necessary, that if America hadn't recruited these scientists, the Soviet Union would have. Others believe the moral cost was simply too high. That justice was sacrificed in pursuit of technology superiority. and perhaps that's why the story continues to spark debate decades later. Because there is no easy answers, only difficult questions. Operation Paperclip doesn't involve UFOs, it doesn't involve ghosts, and it doesn't require conspiracy theories, because the truth is as extraordinary as it should be. In the aftermath of World War II, the United States secretly recruited some of Germany's most brilliant scientific minds, a decision that helped shape the missile technology, helped shape the Cold War, and ultimately helped shape the modern world. For years the operation remained hidden behind classified files and closed doors, but eventually the truth emerged. And today, Operation Paperclip stands as one of the most fascinating and morally complex declassified programs in modern history. So what do you think? Was Operation Paperclip a necessary decision made during the opening days of the Cold War? Or was it a compromise that should never have happened? The story may end there, but the questions never do. We'll let you decide. This is Say It Anyway.